it is strongly recommended to install a dedicated 20-amp circuit for each bathroom fan, light, and heater assembly. This ensures that the high-power heater and other electrical loads in the bathroom do not overload the circuit and pose a potential fire hazard. Section 210.11 C3 of the National Electrical Code does not explicitly state whether bathroom receptacle outlets refers to outlets in a single bathroom or multiple bathrooms. However, it is generally accepted that each bathroom should have its own dedicated 20-amp circuit. Sharing a 20-amp circuit for multiple bathrooms could lead to overloads, especially considering the potential for multiple high-power appliances being used simultaneously, for example hairdryers and straightening irons. The NEC does not require a dedicated lighting circuit for the light above the vanity. However, it is common practice to bring in a separate 15-amp lighting circuit for the vanity area to provide additional capacity for lighting and other small appliances. This is especially important in bathrooms with large vanities that may have multiple light fixtures and outlets for hairdryers, curling irons, and so on. In summary, firstly, install a dedicated 20-amp circuit for each bathroom fan, light, heater assembly. Secondly, do not share a 20-amp circuit for multiple bathrooms. And thirdly, consider bringing in a separate 15-amp lighting circuit for the vanity area. When planning electrical work, especially in locations like bathrooms with specific requirements, consulting the National Electrical Code and local amendments is crucial. The NEC provides guidelines for safe and effective electrical installations. Remember that local codes can vary, so always check with your local authority having jurisdiction to ensure compliance with all applicable regulations. Article 210 covers branch circuits, which are the circuits that extend from the final overcurrent device protecting the circuit to the outlets. Section 210.11 specifically addresses branch circuits required in dwelling units. This section outlines requirements for general-purpose circuits, small appliance branch circuits, and bathroom branch circuits. Section 210.11 C3, as previously mentioned, deals with bathroom branch circuits. It mandates at least one 20-amp branch circuit to supply the bathroom receptacle outlet or outlets. The code specifies that these circuits shall have no other outlets. This requirement is primarily to prevent overloading the circuit, given the common use of high-wattage appliances like hairdryers and curling irons in bathrooms. The interpretation of bathroom receptacle outlets in 210.11 C3 is key. While the code doesn't explicitly prohibit sharing a bathroom circuit between multiple bathrooms, the intent is clear that each bathroom should have its own dedicated circuit to handle the expected load. Sharing a circuit could easily lead to nuisance tripping of the breaker due to overload. Consider a scenario where two bathrooms share a single 20-amp circuit. In one bathroom, someone is using a hairdryer that draws 15 amps, while in the other bathroom, someone is using a curling iron that draws 8 amps. The total load in the circuit would be 23 amps, exceeding the 20-amp capacity of the breaker, causing it to trip. This is why a dedicated circuit for each bathroom is the recommended practice. When installing a fan, light, and heater combination unit in a bathroom, it is essential to consider the total load of the unit. These units often have a high wattage heater element, which can draw a significant amount of current. It is generally recommended to run a separate 20-amp circuit specifically for this unit. This ensures that the heater can operate without overloading the bathroom receptacle circuit. Most fan, light, heater units will specify the required circuit size in their installation instructions. Always follow the manufacturer's recommendations. If the unit's load is substantial, exceeding the capacity of a shared circuit, a dedicated circuit is a must for safety and functionality. For lighting above the vanity, the NEC does not mandate a separate circuit. However, as mentioned earlier, it is a common and good practice to install a separate 15-amp lighting circuit. This provides flexibility and prevents the lighting from being affected by the loads on the receptacle circuit. A separate lighting circuit can also be useful if you have multiple light fixtures or high wattage lighting in the vanity area. Another important consideration is the type of wiring used for bathroom circuits. The NEC requires that branch circuits supplying bathrooms be protected by a ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI. This is to protect against electric shock hazards in the wet environment of a bathroom. GFCI protection can be provided by using GFCI circuit breakers or GFCI receptacles. A GFCI receptacle installed at the first outlet in the circuit will protect all downstream outlets. However, using a GFCI breaker provides protection for the entire circuit, including the wiring itself. When working with electrical circuits, always follow safe work practices. Firstly, turn off the power to the circuit at the breaker before working on any wiring. Secondly, use insulated tools to prevent electric shock. Thirdly, double-check all connections to ensure they are tight and secure. Fourthly, follow all applicable electrical codes and regulations. And fifthly, if you are not comfortable working with electricity, hire a qualified electrician. The NEC also has specific requirements for the placement of receptacles in bathrooms. Section 210.52 D states that at least one receptacle outlet shall be located within 3 feet of the outside edge of each basin. This ensures that a receptacle is readily available for using appliances at the vanity. The receptacle outlet must also be located on a wall or partition that is adjacent to the basin. Receptacles are not permitted to be installed in a face-up position on the countertop. In addition to the general requirements for bathroom circuits, there are also specific requirements for circuits that supply electric dryers or electric ranges. These appliances require dedicated circuits with higher amperage ratings, typically 30 amps or 50 amps. The NEC also addresses the use of arc fault circuit interrupters, or RSIs. RSIs are designed to protect against fires caused by arcing faults in electrical wiring. The NEC requires RSI protection for most branch circuits that supply dwelling units, including bathroom circuits. RSIs can be installed as circuit breakers or as receptacles. In summary, when wiring bathrooms, it is crucial to follow the NEC and local codes. Install a dedicated 20 amp circuit for each bathroom fan, light, and heater unit. Provide GFCI protection for all bathroom circuits. Consider installing a separate 15 amp lighting circuit for the vanity area. And always follow safe work practices when working with electricity. Remember that electrical work can be dangerous, so if you are not comfortable doing it yourself, hire a qualified electrician. Ensuring proper wiring in bathrooms is essential for safety and functionality. By following the recommendations and code requirements, you can create a safe and efficient electrical system for your bathroom. Now let's delve deeper into the technical specifications and considerations for bathroom electrical installations. The dedicated 20 amp circuit for each bathroom, as we've emphasized, is not just a suggestion but a prudent safety measure. To put this into perspective, a typical hairdryer can draw anywhere from 10 to 15 amps, while a heater can consume even more power, potentially reaching 12 to 16 amps. If both appliances are used simultaneously on a shared circuit, the total current draw can easily exceed the 20 amp limit, leading to an overload and potentially tripping the circuit breaker. This is not only inconvenient but also poses a risk of overheating the wiring, which can lead to a fire. When selecting wiring for bathroom circuits, it's crucial to choose the appropriate gauge to handle the anticipated load. For a 20 amp circuit, 12 gauge wire is typically recommended. For a 15 amp circuit, 14 gauge wire is sufficient. However, it's always advisable to consult the NEC and local codes to ensure compliance. The type of wire installation is also an important consideration. In damp locations like bathrooms, it's essential to use wire with moisture-resistant insulation such as THHN or THWN. These types of insulation are designed to withstand the presence of moisture and prevent electrical leakage. Ground fault circuit interrupters are a critical safety component in bathrooms. They work by monitoring the current flowing through a circuit and detecting any imbalances. If a ground fault occurs, meaning that current is leaking to ground, the GFCI will quickly trip the circuit, cutting off the power and preventing an electric shock. The NEC requires GFCI protection for all 125 volt, 15 amp and 20 amp receptacles in bathrooms. This protection can be provided by using GFCI receptacles or GFCI circuit breakers. GFCI receptacles are installed in place of standard receptacles and provide protection only at that location. GFCI circuit breakers, on the other hand, provide protection for the entire circuit, including the wiring and all connected receptacles. When installing GFCI receptacles, it's important to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. The receptacles have line and load terminals, and it's essential to connect the wires to the correct terminals. Incorrect wiring can prevent the GFCI from functioning properly. For lighting in the vanity area, consider using energy-efficient LED fixtures. LED lights consume significantly less power than traditional incandescent or fluorescent lights, which can save energy and reduce the load in a lighting circuit. When installing lighting fixtures, make sure they are properly grounded to prevent electric shock. The NEC also has specific requirements for the clearance around lighting fixtures. Section 410.10 states that lighting fixtures must be installed in such a way that they are not subject to physical damage. This means that fixtures should not be installed in locations where they are likely to be bumped or hit. In addition to the general requirements for bathroom circuits, there are also specific requirements for circuits that supply electric dryers or electric ranges. These appliances require dedicated circuits with higher amperage ratings, typically 30 amps or 50 amps. The NEC also addresses the use of arc fault circuit interrupters. ASIs are designed to protect against fires caused by arcing faults in electrical wiring. The NEC requires ASI protection for most branch circuits that supply dwelling units, including bathroom circuits. ASIs can be installed as circuit breakers or as receptacles. Proper grounding is essential for electrical safety. Grounding provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping the circuit breaker and preventing electric shock. All electrical equipment, including receptacles, lighting fixtures, and appliances, must be properly grounded. The grounding conductor should be connected to the grounding terminal on the equipment and to the grounding bus in the electrical panel. When connecting wires, it's important to use the correct wiring methods and connectors. The NEC specifies the types of connectors that are approved for use in different applications. Wire connectors should be properly sized for the gauge of the wire being used and should be installed according to the manufacturer's instructions. It's also important to make sure that all wire connections are tight and secure. Loose connections can cause overheating and arcing, which can lead to a fire. When working with electrical circuits, always follow safe work practices. Firstly, turn off the power to the circuit at the breaker before working on any wiring. Secondly, use insulated tools to prevent electric shock. Thirdly, double-check all connections to ensure they're tight and secure. Fourthly, follow all applicable electrical codes and regulations. And fifthly, if you are not comfortable working with electricity, hire a qualified electrician. Remember that electrical work can be dangerous, so if you are not comfortable doing it yourself, hire a qualified electrician. Ensuring proper wiring in bathrooms is essential for safety and functionality. By following the recommendations and code requirements, you can create a safe and efficient electrical system for your bathroom.